We got one of the best arm talents in the league right now. Freaking straight up piss missiles whenever he wants down the field, and like we haven't been doing it.
Last year was like, we don't have a run game. Now it's like, we have a run game. Why are we using the run game so much?
Are the Chargers wasting having Justin Herbert in this run-heavy offense? Well, I got you guys answers today in our clip from the Agree or Disagree segment here on the NFL Mike's Corner. We had our first full-length Agree or Disagree. It's a debate-style segment where I bring on a panel of fans within one niche. This one was Chargers fans, and I have them talk about polarizing topics within their own fan base. But first, if you haven't met me before, hi, I'm NFL Mike, an NFL content creator that creates NFL content 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and twice on Sundays. And I am on a mission to talk to every single football fan on the internet. If you're an NFL fan, I know you love the channel. Please like the video first of all, and then subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you can be here every time I post, which is multiple times a day. So please remember to like the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Before we get into this conversation with the Bolt Bros, they are Chargers podcast, actual brothers, by the way, which is why their chemistry is so good. You'll see in the podcast right now. I just want to say also the links to their stuff's in the description below. So if after the clip you want to go check out their channel, go down below and make sure you check out their channel. All right, let's get into the conversation. Are the Chargers running the ball too much? Agree or disagree? This is the one that the entire fan base is going at each other over. Okay.
All right.
Agree or disagree? The Chargers' current run to pass ratio when it comes to play calling this season is good. Agree or disagree?
I'm in the middle. Can I say middle?
The current pass to run play calling ratio.
I'm going middle. I'm going middle.
I'm going to go middle.
There's purposely some room here, so that way you can kind of wiggle with the statement, right? I just said good. I did not say excellent, perfect, exactly what we want all year or in the future. It's just been good so far. But Kyle, I think you were the only disagreeer really fully on the disagreement train. Fire it out there for the people. I mean, you want to see us pass more, obviously. That's what a lot of fans want.
I want to see us pass more. I'm not saying I want to see like 20 more passes. I want to say maybe 10 more passes out there, you know? Like, I mean, I want to see Herbert getting 200 yards a game, like a little bit over that, you know? Because, like, yeah, we definitely needed to have that balanced run-pass game for the past couple of years, and we have a good running game now, but now our pass game is suffering. So I want to see a little bit more, like, you know, throwing the ball out. We got one of the best arm talents in the league right now. And we know he can throw some darts, freaking straight up piss missiles whenever he wants down the field. And like, we haven't been doing it. And I want to see some more of that action going on. You know, like, I mean, I like the fact that we got a good running game and it's a respectable running game, but we need to get out there, get Justin Herbert the ball, let him throw it deep downfield and, you know, get these targets open, you know? So, because now, like, realistically, they are not going to respect our pass game anymore because they know that we're not going to pass it as much. It's all about on the run game now. So, like, I feel like we need to give Justin Herbert the ball a little bit more and not those opportunities.
I hear your sentiment, and I hear the online sentiment of a lot of very vocal people out there, especially on Twitter. Mostly, I just see a lot of people saying just whatever comes to their mind. And I guess that's kind of what Twitter's for. I think that it's been a good run to pass play calling ratio so far this season for a bunch of reasons. The main reason, obviously, is Justin Herbert's injury. And in a lot of these games, I feel like, especially the first two that we won, the Chargers don't get the run game going in those games at some point. I know in the Raiders game, it was in the second half. Panthers game, it was kind of all go from the beginning. Those games are going to be a lot closer too, just like the Chiefs and Steelers games were. And I think it's just a key when you have an injured quarterback to get the run game going for him to have some time later in the game to throw the ball when we need him to on third down or even in situations on play action on second down. That's the one thing, the most importantly, why I think that they're running the ball even like more than maybe we expected. Yeah. I think the second thing of why I think that it's been good is because it is lopsided right now, statistically, on paper, because we destroyed those first two teams. They just ran the ball way more than they would have in the second half of each of those games if they were close games, and we needed Herbert to make plays. The third thing is our receivers other than Ladd McConkey are struggling to get a bunch of separation. Q1 is doing good when the play has been designed. It's been perfect. He's been getting wide open. But for the most part, when it's been man-to-man, go out there and beat your guy. We've been struggling other than Ladd. So you want to run the ball to force defenses to load the box, to help out with the weapons out wide as well. I mean, there's a bunch of things that have led to the Chargers rushing it as much as they have been. And of all the things, I think the biggest thing is just it's been super successful. The injury to the quarterback, and they haven't needed to unleash him completely yet. But I'll let you go next, Tony. That's kind of the three reasons why I agree with them running the ball as much as they have. But as long as they win, they can throw the ball 5 times. I don't give a crap.
Yep.
Yeah, and ultimately that's the real thing. So I was just trying to look up the stats because I don't go on social media. I do not engage with these people.
Probably a good thing for your mental health. Yes,
that's probably a good thing.
It's a great thing for my mental health. If we really look at like the numbers and the situation, they passed more in the Raiders game, right? There was an equal number of passes in the Steelers game, and there were more passes this last weekend. The only game they ran the ball more was when they were blowing the team out, and they were still passing the ball. And I bet you if you asked a bunch of those angry fans, oh, now we're throwing the ball and we got Herbert a high ankle sprain when he was recovering from this and that and whatever. It's like, you can't make fans happy, right? So the only thing that's going to make because everybody last year was like, we don't have a run game. Now it's like, we have a run game. Why are we using the run game so much? My thing is this. It is going to take time to marry all of this stuff together. Herbert missed valuable reps those final 2 weeks. That's unfortunate for us. The first 2 weeks are like a couple of preseason games and a brand new offense with all new weapons. If Keenan was out here and the offense still looked like this, I think we could be worried. But he's figuring things out. Like, we have bonuses from QJ. So many fans bailed on this guy, and he looks like he's playing a lot better. Ladd McConkey is continuing to step up. Like, we're going to get back DJ Chark after the bye. He's going to be somebody that stretches the field. And really, optimistically, people, like, we want to have a more balanced, like, run-pass game because it's going to open up play action. We want this to look more like what Detroit did. Ask all these Chargers fans complaining last night. Goff threw the ball 18 times, went 18 for 18 because they were wide open, because they were trying to stuff the run. Detroit only ran the ball 16 times. On 35 plays, they scored 42 points, people. Like, this is the ratios that we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to more of the Baltimore scenario where it's like, yes, right now it's having trouble clicking, but it is going to catch up to being something that's better. And pass numbers are going to be down just in general because of where now the ball's going out to the 30. Now teams are, if they pick up 1 first down, punters are good enough to flip the field. They're playing more shell coverages, which is taking away from more explosive plays in the pass game. Like, do I have some issues with sometimes when they're calling run versus the pass? Sure. Would I have loved to see a different outcome when they went for it on 4th and short? Many things could have been different there. Let's challenge that. I don't think Palmer was touched to the ground. They're showing it on the big screen. Like, there were a lot of things that were happening there. I just would encourage everybody to go, like, if you believe in Justin Herbert, this will work itself out, and they're going to win games. And ultimately, the best thing about Herb is he doesn't give a shit about any of it. He wants to win. He's a winner. He wants to win. He's tired of this, like, close loss, close but no cigar BS that's going on.
Yeah, and I like how quickly you're able to just look on Google and see real quick, like, oh, yeah, they are passing the ball more and more each game. And it reminded me of the circumstance in that Steelers game too, Tony. Remember, our passing game was picking up when Herbert went down and re-aggravated. Like, who knows where that was going at that point in the game. You could tell that all of the pounding the rock in the first half was starting to wear and tear on their secondary, and they were starting to get cooked up.
One other thing I want to jump in real quick. The scripted stuff at the beginning of the game all looks good. At a certain point, it's going to catch up, and more of the offense is going to look like what it does at the beginning. They're scoring on a lot of the drive against the Chiefs the other day, the Steelers game. They're scoring early. They're getting going with the scripted stuff. The more familiar everybody gets, the more the offense is going to catch rhythm. We got to give it more than 4 weeks before we're just like, firing people and calling people busts and whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and everything in between. Also, the thing about Herbert refusing to lose, we saw him freaking out on the sideline. Maybe I'll clip something in here for the viewers in the edit. He don't want to lose, and he knows. Harbaugh knows. We all know on this screen. Everyone knows watching this. Without a run game, we ain't gonna win. We've seen it.
Yeah.
We just experienced it. But Andrew, you're kind of on the fence, right? You think that the run to pass ratio is good, but I think there's a but there. But go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say the scripted pieces was great, right? You saw what we did at the very beginning of the game. We looked really good, looked really dominant. I think the concern I have with the offense is that we're not making in-game adjustments, right? Jesse Minter does a very good job on the defensive side of the ball, switching things up, right? I think Greg Roman, and part of the argument that he's had being the offensive coordinator when he was with the Ravens, is that he was too predictable, right? I started noticing at the second half, it was very much the same thing. Like he was running RPOs. We all know Herbert's not going to run because he's got a busted ankle. He's not going to run, right? So the RPO is just run the damn ball, run power instead of an RPO. So I get a little frustrated with some of his play calling in that regard. So that's why I'm a little bit on the fence. Having said that, the interesting thing about, if you look back at Jim Harbaugh's stats when he was at the Niners, he actually passed the ball more in the first half of every game because he wanted to get a lead. And then he ran the ball more the second half because he had a lead. And then he would just run the ball through. So it's a little hard to say the blend needs to be a certain way. I think it just depends on how the game is progressing. And if we have a lead or don't have a lead or we're chasing. Where I think we should improve, though, is spreading the ball out a little more, going a little more 11 personnel, doing a little bit more bunch sets, and just kind of going back to what Herbert has done in the past. It's not a bad thing to think, all right, let's just gun it for a while and let's just see what happens, with some of these wide receivers, get some of these guys open. If you look at some statistics with Herbert right now, Justin Herbert ranks 25th in the pass yards per game, 26 out of 26 quarterbacks that have started all 4 games this season. Week 1, 144. Week 2, 130. Week 3, 125. Week 4, 179. And you can make the argument, we got a damn Ferrari and we're putting, training wheels on them, right? So, yeah. But the other argument is, are the wide receivers getting open? Because he's holding the ball longer in the pocket than he has in the past. He's over 2.5 seconds per. I think it's like 2.79 seconds in the pocket. That's not what the NFL wants. So are they creating not separation, or is he not making good choices, or is the injury hurting him? So it's a mixture of a lot of things. That's why I was more in the middle, because I think it's a lot of problems across the board.
Keenan Allen's gone. Like, that's a huge reason why the ball's putting out is 100%. Once he trusts Ladd like that, it's going to be way different. I really like what they've done in the screen game, which is an element of like getting. I think that started to show itself a little bit more. But like the time to pass is gonna go up until he develops the chemistry that he needs with these young guys.
Yeah. And I think that's really why I wanted to just illustrate, because a lot of people are bagging on Justin, saying it's his fault, he sucks, he's horrible. It has nothing to do with Justin. The team around him has to be successful also. Mm-hmm. And think of it this way, guys. He lost his 2 highest rated tackles, right? They're tackles. They're his bookends. They're gone. And they had to just re-swizzle that line. And, man, he was running for his life with a busted ankle. Mm-hmm. The fact that he even did what he did, some of those passes, I was like, oh, my God, how did he even do that? Like, look.
He sucks so much that he's able to roll left on one leg and throw opposite his body up the sideline in a mailbox window to a running back that's going to walk into the end zone for a game-winning touchdown. Oh, he drops it.
That was incredible.
J.K. Dobbins can't catch a freaking he can't catch a kickball. He can't catch a
on that play up the sideline. I shouted in the stadium. I go, "Did you guys see that throw?" And the Chiefs fan goes, "He didn't catch it." And I said, "I didn't say the catch. I'm talking about the throw." That throw was insane on a bad leg, limping. He gets his hips flipped just enough to feather a ball up the sidelines. I think J.K. Dobbins he has good hands. We're not talking Christian McCaffrey or Eckler level, but like he could have caught that. I think he knows he should have caught it. That ball was a gem. Oh. That throw to McConkey, holy shit!
I was going to say that too. Yep.
He does it just week after week after week. So if you have any doubt in Justin Herbert, just open your eyes. Maybe sometimes I question if people are actually watching the same thing I'm watching at times with what they say, but also I just think. And even I'm guilty of it. A lot of people just want to say stuff for attention.
Hey,
and I'm guilty of it. Guilty as charged. Gavel comes down. Take him away. Thank you guys so much for coming on to the first segment here, the agree or disagree on NFL Mike's Corner. Shout out to the Bolt Bros one more time. Kyle, Andrew, thank you guys so much for coming on. Kyle, you want to plug the podcast real quick one more time before we go? I said it at the beginning of the show, but if you guys didn't get it, make sure you go to the Bolt Bros podcast. Links in the description. If you're a Chargers fan, you will love their channel. It literally is like a family get together on every episode.
It is, yeah, because we're real brothers.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Real brothers from
we
the
are for
same
real
mother.
brothers. That's right, from the same mother. Yeah, man. We we do our live shows every Saturday before the game, and they do it after the game, and then we also do a little bit of a Madden game during the week. We go live. Then we also constant daily content on YouTube, and catch us out there. Like, we like to have a good time because we're not here for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Ayo.
Yeah. That's how you gotta do it right there. And then my friend Tony Tucker hosts MJT Football Podcast. We are bringing to you guys, Chargers fans that are watching this, some new merch. If you guys want it, Fit Down just launched. You see my Thorbert shirt in the back there. You see my Thorbert shirt hat on. We have a hard Bolt character as well. Tony's got his hoodie back there. Chargers fans, fifthdown.shop. Go and check that out. I'll put some overlays in here for you guys to check out. Tony, anything else to say to the Chargers fans that they can sit on for the bye week, to really just you're the king of optimism. So I need you to cheer these people up.
I have no doubt in my mind things are going to work out just spectacularly for this offense. Just be with it. And when it does, you're all going to be like, this is what I was saying the whole time anyways. So just keep saying it right now on the internet. Your negativity does nothing for the team, for other fans, for nothing. Just find ways to be positive about the situation.
It's more enjoyable that way.
Yeah.
As well. But, all right, guys, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. How will the rest of the NFL's fan bases and teams react when the Los Angeles Chargers win their first Super Bowl this year? I guess sooner rather than later. The ball definitely won't lie. Thank you for tuning in to another NFL Mike video. Now it's time to go make more football friends or go and compete in the Mike's Pickems Challenge or against me in daily fantasy football challenges by joining my completely free NFL group chat. Or head to fifthdown.shop and check out and see if we got your team's newest designs. Or now you can simply rep your favorite players without having to wear another team's gear. And then tag us in pictures of you wearing your Fifth Down merch for a shout out in the next episode of NFL Mike's Corner and help us reach our goal of getting 1,000 NFL fans wearing Fifth Down. Or you can head to the next NFL Mike video by clicking it. It's on your screen. Go ahead.